All right, we are officially live. Let's bring some music into here. There we go. And turn that on. Hey! And let's get the homies in here, then we'll get started.
Sorcerer, yes.
Alright, we are officially live. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales Group F, A Storm's Hymn. This is episode 10. You guys made it to 10. I'm so proud of you.
10!
Woo!
10! Gift for this.
Yeah, so we're just going to jump right into it tonight. D&D is a role-playing game. Everything you're seeing here is live storytelling. None of this is rehearsed. We are not reading from anything. The reactions and everything are all completely unscripted. So, we're joining Group F, which is a group that is a guild by the name of the Silver Tree, a group of mercenaries that live in a region called the Clutch. It is a lawless region of Ilderon, and their story is picking up on the 20... Well, this is going to be interesting. I gotta ask you guys this. So we exhausted pretty much everything on the 21st, but it's still the late evening. Do you guys want to start on the 22nd, or do you want to finish out the 21st tonight or today?
Is there anything we were going to do with the rest of that day? Because
not that I could think of.
Not that I was aware of.
All right.
We're gonna skip to the break of dawn, baby.
Yep. Okay. So the 21st started off with the party meandering about their guild hall, and Morgan blowing off her honor duel for the break of dawn. The guild eventually got moving, though, around 7:30, and headed out. Milani and Morgan headed towards the fighting pits for Morgan's honor duel, and caught the Steel Cabal Ranger known as Mata, and the Dwarven woman known as Inu, who is with the White Cloaks, heading towards the center part of town called the Windborough. And they learned that the Duel of Honor was at the crack of dawn, which Morgan, missed the time. Her and Mata rescheduled, and the White Cloaks hired the Steel Cabal to clean out the remainder of the corpses inside of the Windborough, seeing as their side of town was razed to the ground. They had purchased that section with the funds they had raised from that giant pile of gold and goods that the party saw them sorting through a couple days ago. And that they were having the Steel Cabal clean it out for them. Upon following them, you guys saw Mata inspecting the bodies, which was a very curious thing. And when you asked Inu why she was, they hired the Steel Cabal and why they were doing what they were doing, you guys learned that occasionally these bodies were getting back up and fighting people. Mata pulled aside the three worst diseased bodies, and said that she was going to go get a group of rangers to help her carry and dispose of them, and not to touch anything in the area until she got back. Inu, whose only thing on her mind was efficiency and getting the job done, said that she'd hire the party to, clear out the bodies and clear out the Windborough at a reduced price than what the Steel Cabal was doing it for. And you guys took her up on that. Milani went and grabbed a carriage and came back. And Inu and Milani loaded all of the bodies onto the carriage. Inu was reckless in handling the bodies. However, Milani did cure her. And Milani took the bodies to the graveyard north of the town. And Inu paid Morgan the price they agreed upon. She left. At the top of the town, or at the graveyard, Milani found that somebody else had been to the graveyard between last night, which was like 9 p.m. in the morning time, which you got up there about 10:30. And there were 2 new bodies buried up there. Melania dug up dug up one of the bodies and burned it, as it seemed to be infected with whatever disease has been plaguing the town. And you took the second body, which was seemed to be suffering like various assault wounds, and brought it back down to your guild house. After you disposed of all the bodies, everybody gathered around to inspect the final body, and you guys were able to conclude that that this body had been assaulted by probably the other body up there that was diseased, as the other body had a sword wound in it. And, you know, the disease that's been killing people, they've just, you know, been dying from the sickness. But, you know, sword wounds, something completely different. So from there, you guys let XJ dispose of the additional body that Milani brought back, and concluded that somebody was hiding this body, or was hiding a sick person in town. And then somebody else, like after whatever happened between these 2 bodies, somebody else took and buried them. Nyoka asked the spirits what had happened, or rather, if they had any insight into the matter. The spirits claimed that the cleric's magic in the region was making it hard to discern anything. To which, when Nyoka brought that up, everybody remembered that the Gaiori were sent to this town to help out with the plague. And the party went to Niles to question her about the Gaiori's involvement. Niles and the remainder of her guild were celebrating the purchase of the Windburrow and the process to getting the White Cloaks back on their feet. Niles informed you that she did indeed know the Gaiori were in town, and she was sending her members there to be healed. However, everybody who was sick who walked in there never walked out. In fact, they never heard from any of them again. So she assumed they were just killing the sick people that they sent, and she stopped sending her members there. And that's when Niles gave the order, you know, to condemn everybody into the Windburrow. Morgan claimed that she wanted to dislodge the Gaiori from Lochliel and take over the healing house. And Niles said that if you needed funds in order to invest in, you know, taking over the healing house, that the White Cloaks would back you guys as financial investors. And that, you know, removing the Gaiori is a deed that probably would benefit everyone. From there, the other half of the party, Milani and XJ, went exploring through the plague section of town. You guys found that indeed somebody, probably multiple people, had been working on this side of town. Either A, clearing rubble, B, cleansing plague, or C, spreading it. It was hard to tell with the type of checks that you guys were making, but you can tell that there were areas of town that were significantly worse than some areas, and some areas that weren't as bad as other areas. That there was variation in it now, and there was no variation before. Additionally, you also found that the body of the person who caused the skeleton horde was missing, as it was dragged away. You guys detected a hollow spell cast in the center of the plague side of town, and then from there you all headed to you met up at the city gates and let each other know what you found, and then headed to the healing house. Inside of the healing house, you found the Gaiori, at least 3 of the 5 members that are in town, talking, and a woman by the name of Delia greeted you and is allegedly the person in charge of their expedition here. She informed you guys that of some very important things. One, only one person has died inside of the healing house since the Gaiori have been in charge of it. That one person that died was caused by Chat, the person who owns the healing house. His brother had drifted into a diseased state beyond mending, and he hid him from the Gaiori. and his brother got loose and attacked somebody and killed them. And Delia granted Chat a mercy for his civil service and banished him north of the town and told him to take to the roads. She sent one of her clerics to follow him. The cleric allowed him to bury his dead in the graveyard and then claimed that he committed suicide and threw himself off the cliffside. Oh yeah, and earlier in the day, the party investigated the cliffside and saw 7 bodies, all at various points across the cliffside. From there, Nyoka inspected the healing house and found that there was nobody in there. Not a single person in any of the rooms or any of the cots. The healing house was well stocked on materials, and additionally, they had lots of chalk inside of the supply room. That said, the party all left the healing house and was like, that's kind of makes us feel uncomfortable. And then went to sleep. And so we are going to pick up on the 22nd. Give me 1 second to roll a weather check for this day, because you guys are the only ones in this region, so I don't have them already pre-rolled. Alright, so as is the tradition with coastal towns, it is a storm and tempest today. So let's go to something a little bit more appropriate for that. It is raining heavily on the morning of the 22nd. It's early in the morning. Everybody is together inside of the guild house. What do you want to do?
Well, like XJ's been working in the forge all night.
Oh yeah, you're
on his ass.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, hustling at the crack of dawn to go to the fighting pit. Sir, I'm sorry. The one thing I did forget to grab was my NPC notes. Man, I was so almost perfectly prepped for tonight's session. And we'll just, if anybody is watching at home, all of these are city and NPC notes right here. So we're just gonna throw all of that. Well, this is blank paper. What is the fighting pit organizer's name? Leon? Leon. Okay. I knew that. I didn't even need
Shoddy work, Leon. You should have been more prepared.
Anyways, Leon is, you guys are going to see him, he's down here in the mud and rain of the Tempest. He's got, like, a brush, and he's cleaning off, the spikes and everything, just, like, using the rain to help scrub them of, any blood and anything else. While a few people are gathered in the buildings that surround the fighting pit, like, looking down in it, and, from covered awnings, you don't see Mata out here. Leon's gonna look up at, is it just Morgan? Is anybody else with Morgan?
I'll be with Morgan.
Okay.
Good. I need an entourage. That's how you do prize fights.
Would Nyoka and XJ come?
Ioka, I think, was
No, XJ would be busy working on his project.
Okay.
So XJ
Ioka
would not
will
be
be
there.
helping XJ.
Okay. With help, you can put 50 gold towards, one thing with 8 hours of work. So, make sure I'm assuming you're working on the first one we talked about, the crossbow.
You cut out what?
Oh, I said I assume you're working on the first one we talked about, the crossbow.
Yeah, the crossbow.
Okay. Alrighty. Milani and Morgan are at the fighting pit. Leon's gonna look up at you, and I need to look at my quirks for this guy because he has not been heard from in a long, long time. Okay, nothing I need to remember. Cool. He's gonna look up at you and say, "Oh, you're here for the prize fight." Funny. Mata shows yesterday morning and you don't show. You show this morning and she doesn't show.
We're never going to get to do this, are we?
It's still a little early. Let's give her a little time.
Yeah, he shrugs and says, as long as I don't have any other fights going on, the pits are free for you guys to use for sparring as you choose. If the mornings aren't working for you, you can try an evening.
I mean, I think the mornings are fine. Unless you'd prefer an evening. I mean, it's your establishment. You'd want to get the most business.
He shrugs and says, it's just dirt and palisades. And he gestures up the road to the Hardy Flame. Or rather, to one of the buildings to the Hardy Flame and says, I make more money off owning the inn, if all things are all things said in the inn.
That's fair enough. It strikes me as odd that she's not here yet, considering she wants this more than I do.
Yeah, he's gonna look back, calling down from, like, the pouring rain, shouting up at you, and say, yeah, it's, unlike the Steel Cabal to not be punctual. Thought that was, like, a tenet of theirs or something. Yeah, that's actually what he'd say. Damn well might as well be paladins. God, what a strange sentence.
Damn well might as well be a bunch of paladins.
I mean, you guys are out in, like...
Peter, pick the pipe
up. These people aren't the best educated people.
Oh, we can tell.
Malani, I don't mind waiting for her. I like the rain.
Oh, right, you're weird.
Rude. So you guys are going to wait there till she shows up?
Is it just me, or is everyone kind of coming in robot-y?
I think that's just you.
You're kind of robot-y. You might be having mic issues.
Yeah, I'm hearing everybody fine right now. You came in fine for me, too. Alright.
Okay, let me, give me 1 second. I'm going to jump out and jump back in.
Okay. While we wait on Milani's answer, how long is Morgan willing to wait?
I feel like we'd only wait an hour or so, because I believe Inu... It makes, Sorry, so, I'd only say like an hour or so. I believe Inu had something she wanted help with today.
Yeah, she said she would hire you guys today if you wanted to help.
Do you remember? I don't remember exactly what for.
Yeah, so the Windbarrow...
clean up!
Yeah, it's basically just cleaning that place of, like, all the hobo nests, all of the vomit, all of the refuse.
God, thank God it's raining today, because that's honestly how I would have done it. Just cast Create or Destroy Water. Make it rain.
Chocolate rain.
Well, it's raining because you guys rolled 100 on your weather die.
Because we live next to the goddamn coast. It's basically Florida.
Yeah, it'll stop raining in like 2 hours. It'll be sunshine all day. And then torrential tempests again in the afternoon. Alright. So, well, let me look real quick. Anthony has rejoined, and his mic is just permanently lit up, and I hear nothing that he's saying. So I'm going to move him down the channel. Oh, okay, cool.
I haven't said anything yet.
Okay, nice.
Do I sound better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sounding clear.
Alright, so 1 hour passes, and Mata does not show.
Mata's dead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not... That's the thing. I'm not happy about this because I am tired. Tired, I tell you, of this getting delayed. But Also, that's like that's against type. So exactly against type for Morgan to show up late.
Morgan, do you want me to go check on her?
We can go check on her, but Inu wanted assistance cleaning up the wind barrow. I keep wanting to say wheelbarrow.
You know, she's been doing a lot of gardening. She was carrying a lot of dirt.
Well, I carried a lot of fertilizer yesterday.
So, I mean, if you want to go, I feel that I should go check on her. You know, it's our fight, blah, 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 blah. But I'm also not going to lose a paycheck waiting for this woman. It's bad enough I can't get the fight in yet.
Well, my only thought is if I leave and she shows up, says you didn't show up.
Leon saw that I got here first.
Yeah, if you say that loudly, up or down from the pit, he's going to put a thumbs up in the air and says, "Witnessed it."
I'll kind of do like the gesture, like you see.
Which
So my reputation is absolved.
Alright. Let's go check on the White Cloaks. Or no, the Hall.
No, White Cloaks. That's who Inu works for. That's who we are going to go talk to.
Okay. Do you guys head to the Windburrow or do you head to the
Yes.
Hardy? Okay. All right. So at the Windburrow, there are people here with there's let's see, how many people would be willing to clean this place? Well, that's not a good thing to roll. All right, so yeah, there's about 25 people here, along with Inu, of just all different walks of life from the town. You guys are going to notice a few people you healed in the healing house, a couple people you've healed within the White Cloaks ranks, some other guilds here. God, what was that fighting guild's name? That's on those papers. Anyways, all these people are going to be congregated and ready to start cleaning. Some have buckets, some have soap, and some people have their hands bound. Luckily, all are bound as like cloths wrapped all the way around them. Luckily, you guys moved all of the bodies for these people. So, the only hard part is, cleansing the stone and all of that. That said, Inu is going to see you arrive and say, all right, for a full days of labor, 10 gold. You can take a house, or you can take a house or any of the warehouses here, and I'll pay you 20 for that.
What would you prefer, Milani?
I'm sorry, what was the choices?
If you guys just join in the ranks and just start cleaning, she's paying you 10 gold a head. If you clean one of the warehouses or houses, she'll pay you 20 gold instead.
Yeah, I mean, I can clean a house. Or a
You
warehouse.
want to work together on this, or do you want to split it and double the profits?
Look, we're not singular. We're not a singular unit, so it doesn't matter. And we'd work better together anyway.
Fair enough.
All right, you guys take a house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll also be keeping an eye out for any belongings that might have been left in this house.
Same here.
Okay, what's Morgan's passive perception?
17.
17. Alright, that's not high enough to see anything.
Damn. Don't make me roll for it. It's Friday night.
No, I'm kidding. I just had to look up something. Alright. So, let me roll some shenanigans.
Friday night rolls. Friday night rolls.
And, Oof! Oof! Alright. So, stepping into the house you choose, the windows and everything have been boarded up. There are, we'll say this is a 2-story townhouse here, smashed between buildings. The windows and everything have been boarded up. You know, there's still all of the nest and padding of the homeless people that were staying here. You know, the stench of death radiating out of this place and the smell of rot from, you know, their vomit and everything, like, just left behind. The first thing Morgan is going to be aware of, something dashes across the floor, and you guys are not alone here. You see a rat running into the darkness, at least the size of your arm from shoulder to, you know, the tip of your fingers. It is humongous. Morgan sees 2 of them running.
Lord. We've run into the realm of the Rat King. Milani, there are rats. Big rats.
And you want me to use my big axe to take care of the big rats?
Oh.
The 2 rats Morgan points out are, like, hissing and squeaking at you aggressively. They have
Oh, wait,
no
I got
clue.
this! I got this! I got this! Morgan is going to stare at the rats and tell them to calm the fuck down. Why? I can talk to animals.
I just
Alright.
realized I opened up a character sheet for the wrong character.
Okay,
But I didn't roll anything yet.
I'll say you can either roll me a persuasion check or a handle animal check. The DC will be lower because you can communicate with them in a way that they understand.
So, what are the 2 options?
Persuasion or handle animal.
Let's animal handling. We're gonna go animal handling!
Yeah, I'm sorry, animal handling. That's the
that's fine.
That's the Chris Pratt raptor walk.
I had to confirm. This was one of those ones where it's like, what's the better option? Boom! 17.
17? So, alright, so you're going to tell these rats to calm the F down, and, you know, and they're still going to be squeaking at you, and they're going to say, leave, 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 leave.
Give me a good reason why I should leave. Is this your home? You can live outside.
The rat's going to say, nest, our nest, our nest, nest.
How many are there of you?
Rats can't count. They don't
You
know
don't
what that
know that.
means. Alright. A giant rat has an intelligence of 2.
Well, they understand get the fuck out and...
Your brain is comprehending the intentions of their actions. As is theirs,
No one's
yours.
brain is comprehending this.
Yeah.
Nest mine. Leave now.
God, that's pretty aggressive for these rats. You know what? Go ahead and roll me initiative. They're not smart.
Fine.
Alright.
Two!
Nice! And that 18. I'm going to roll the rats initiatives in 2 groups. I didn't designate which one was which before I rolled them, and that's important. So the rats that you guys can see beat the mess out of Milani with a 5. And the other roll is irrelevant and doesn't matter because it doesn't exist. Anyways, Morgan has 1 initiative. The rats begin hissing and say, "No, you!"
Oh, you pissed off the wrong genocide today.
Do you want me to put you on a grid? They are about 25 feet back from you, huddled against a group of stairs.
Nope, we're flinging an ice knife.
Alright, go ahead and... Wait, that's a dex check on their behalf.
Nope. Well, yes. Yes, it is. Let me double check the wording on it. I don't know if all of them have to... if both.
Okay.
It's an attack roll against one, and it's a save at least for the other one.
Okay. Well, I rolled the first one save and the second one save.
Oh,
so...
yeah. The hit or miss, the shard explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it has to make a dex save.
Okay. And what is your dex save they have to beat? One got a 7, or one got an 18, and the other one got a 15.
18? My DC is a 15.
Okay. They are both going to beat your DC. You can make me that attack roll with the... I mean, these are bomb motherfucking rats.
I had to confirm one thing. For future reference, I'm gonna need to let you know what the level was before I do that again.
Okay, I thought Ice Knife was a cantrip. My B.
No, it is a first level spell.
Okay.
And I just have to note that because the thing that procs is the saving throw, not the attack roll.
Okay.
So.
So
I have it. So.
Go ahead and make me that attack roll against the first one.
It is a 12.
12 is going to touch the first rat's AC. You hit.
Submit. 5. I do 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh no, I do 7 damage. My bad. That was the cold damage. The 7's the piercing. The piercing's the attack roll.
Okay.
I should flip those.
You killed the first rat.
Yeah, fuck that rat.
Let's see.
Combat, finally! Even if it's just a rat.
All right. From the darkness, 2 rats are going to come out and attack Milani with advantage. Let's see, 12 plus 4 to hit. Well, that's not very much at all. It's going to be a 16 versus Milani. Well, 16 on the first. It has 16 versus Milani's AC.
No.
Okay, and the second one is going to be threatening a critical. If you have any reaction to stop it, you can. Otherwise, it is going to crit you.
I mean, I doubt it, but double check.
Well, I was just saying, like, well, no, shield wouldn't stop a crit. Most things that stop a crit are, other people taking the damage for you.
I don't have anything. I'm not a halfling.
Yeah. Anyways, though, it is going to deal a crazy 2d4 of damage, rolling a 1 and a 2. So that's 3 points of... it's going to deal 5 points of piercing damage, and it deals an additional 6 points of necrotic damage. Oh, that d6 would be doubled because it crit too. So it deals 10 points of necrotic damage and 5 points of piercing damage as the second rat tears into you.
Jesus.
The running to Morgan, the rat that was talking to her, is going to run forward and bite at you for 7 plus 4 is 11 versus your AC.
Why is my AC only at 12?
Because you suck.
Well, it's an 11, so it still misses. But I have a shield.
Alright, that is the rat's turn. It is Milani's turn. There are 2 rats flanking Milani. 1 rat that is 10 feet away from him in front of Morgan.
Something tells me rats are about to go smush.
You leave these rats alone! They just wanted a place to live.
Yeah, well, I'm on edge today. They're lucky that rat is lucky it succeeded its dex check, or otherwise it'd be dead.
Just because it'll be funny, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on one of the rats in front of me.
Okay.
Probably the one that crit me because it actually hurt me.
So Milani's, just with how I allowed you guys to do stats, Milani's got to at least have a +4 in his attacking stat, and your weapon's minimum damage is gonna be 1 if you hit. You do know Morgan killed one of these things with 7 points of damage.
Oh, but I missed on my first attack.
Yeah, that first one is going to miss.
They're rats.
That's better.
Do you guys have extra attack? Are you level 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's great.
I don't have extra attack because I'm a druid.
The second one hits, and you kill the rat in front of you.
Because fuck that rat particularly.
Alright, I'm assuming you killed the one that was, the one that was, that hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even gonna have to keep up with their HP, because you guys are practically gonna one-shot all of these rats. There are 2 more left. The rat that is behind Milani is going to see him as a harder target, and it's going to move between him and Morgan to attack Morgan. It's Pack Tactics trigger with the second rat. Morgan is going to be hit with a 22 versus her AC. However, it is not a crit. Morgan takes 4 points of piercing damage and 4 points of necrotic damage. Rat number 2 is has Pack Tactics now. Yes.
Wait, whoa, hold on.
Oh,
is it my turn?
It is your turn before that second rat makes its attack. We're at the top.
So how's
of the
this?
round.
Are they both? So they're both in front of me now, or both?
No. This is the top of the round. One is behind Milani.
Yeah. One of the so
it's not in range to trigger. So there's 5 feet between you and Milani, an entire square. One rat is directly in front of you. One rat is directly in behind Milani. Their pack tactics don't trigger until they're 5 feet within each other. So the square
one of them attacked me, or is that not a thing?
That's not a thing. That was me moving out of initiative order.
Okay.
Because I forgot you got an 18 on them. But yeah, it would be your turn. That rat is going to attack you next round. I'm just going to keep those rolls, if it survives. And I'll, use the first of each roll.
That's probably good at con. Rat. Whatever. I'm going to use my cantrip, Word of Radiance.
Okay. On which one? The one in front of you? Or the one...
It's any creatures within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Only one is within 5 feet of you.
Oh yeah, but it's just I wanted to know it's with any.
Okay. All right. Do they have to roll a dex save?
They have to roll a con save.
Constitution. What is this garbage? Rat one in front of you is going to fail.
Oh, so he failed?
Yeah.
I gotta confirm one thing real quick.
Okay.
Because I think I gotta just confirm the damage. I have it noted, but I don't have the cantrip.
This is a Xanathar spell?
I got it. It's 2d6.
Okay. 1. Boom! Alright.
That word was fuck you!
Alright, so the other rat is going to move forward and attack you. Hitting with a it's only got one attack. The 16 hits. So you take the
8 damage?
Yeah, 4 piercing and 4 necrotic. On golly gee willikers.
Did that one survive?
No, the first one's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, so it's Milani's turn at the bottom of the round. There's one rat between... Well, it's not even... Yeah, it is still between you and Morgan.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, hi.
Hi. Suddenly it just went super quiet, and I don't know if it was me or not.
I killed a fucking rat. It was the best.
Killed the rat in the coolest way.
Roll me an attack roll for Milani. Roll me 2 of them.
I'm flanking now, aren't I?
You can flank with it. Or you can flank
Alright,
it.
so I'll flank. I'm gonna flank. I'm gonna move Hunter's Mark to it.
It has 7 HP!
Because...
Just really wants that rat dead.
How do you kill this last rat?
Hold on, I gotta wait for all the damage to calculate. 14. I doubled its health.
This rat is very much dead. You can
Man, that rat can't be resurrected now.
Yeah, you can Sammy Sosa that rat into the wall.
I just picture Milani takes his axe down, and as soon as he hits, it just poofs.
Alright, so...
Just like, there's not even a body, it's a bloodstain.
You guys are going to kill these rats. Yeah, that's as far as you got into the building before you saw them scurrying across the floor. Do you guys want to clean this building?
Feel it.
Hit me with that again.
Feeling the necrotic, or the, dark energy that came off of those bites, and knowing Morgan got bit, Milani's gonna use 10 lay on hand points on her.
Okay, so 5 to cure any disease or poison, and then 5, Morgan can heal 5 of that 8 damage.
I'm rolling with it.
So, yeah, Morgan felt fine, but Morgan feels fine. Yeah, you're good. If you guys want to do anything else, you can. Otherwise, what did we say cleaning checks were this edition? Let me look at a character sheet real quick. I feel like cleaning would work off of wisdom.
Brandon, just so you know, I
Go
can
ahead.
deal with that. I'm also going to use my last 15 points to just heal my health back up to full.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2 flat wisdom checks if you guys just want to go through, picking up these.
Do you need 2? Is that 1 each or 2?
1 for each of you.
Wisdom check. Do you want the...
You know what? I will say a flat wisdom check for the cleaning, and then if you want to do so delicately, then you can roll a medicine check to as you're scrubbing through the refuse and everything to
Is it alright if I just keep that roll? It would be a 16, since I'm not proficient in a medicine.
Yeah.
I can
So. One wisdom check for cleaning, and then the second wisdom check, the medicine check, is if you want to do so carefully.
Yes.
And then same thing for Milani. He can just clean. He doesn't have to do so carefully if he doesn't.
Oh, look at you, and you're 24. Your 24 is not nearly as cool as mine.
Your 24 is not colored green.
Yeah, mine's not even a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
So that means mine goes higher.
All right,
By
so
1 point.
we will come back to you guys. I just want to make sure real quick with Nyoka and XJ. As far as you guys, you're just going to work on XJ's upgrades for 8 hours, or would you guys want to break and do anything? You can keep the effort you put towards it.
Why would I stop? I've got nothing else to do. I don't need rest.
Well, about 3 hours in, you do know, I'm pretty sure you guys are aware that Morgan asked for a no hold, or no rules, held, no bars, all-out grudge match. And in 3 hours, Morgan doesn't return.
Well, do we also know about Morgan's side job?
I am not aware. I know Milani and Morgan know that. They didn't entirely share it with you. If you guys want to go looking for them, you can, but otherwise you can just keep working on the forge. I just wanted to give you the opportunity.
I don't think Nyoka's worried until a couple hours later.
Okay. All right. So the group cleaning the house. You guys are going to get through this house. Moving the pallets. Like any food or rations that were in here, the rats have either eaten through or destroyed or has been rotten and moldy. Same thing with some of the refuse and vomit. Like, while you'd think it would be pretty hard to get rid of and scrub out of the floor planks and everything, the rats have taken care of a good portion of that. And mostly, moving these large diseased rats is going to, handle most of that. Anything you do find in here, it's kind of terrifying if you want to keep it. It's very grimy and wouldn't exactly be safe. But that said, I'll just roll you guys some checks and let you decide if you want to keep it. Alright, so...
I'm sorry, what did we find? I zoned out for a second there.
I'm about to tell you right now. You find a tiny chest, carved to look like it has numerous feet on the bottom. It was sitting next to a pallet. It is sticky to the touch. Do you guys want to keep it?
It's a mimic!
I mean, I wouldn't just outright do that to you guys. You guys do touch it. Your hand doesn't stick to it.
Bullshit, Brandon. You have done that to me in the past.
Yeah, you guys can leave it or burn it. I'm
going to divine sense.
Okay, in this area, divine sense, that's going to sense
Celestial fiend or undead.
And is it blocked by walls? Let me look at that, because I always forget which one of these goes through and which one doesn't.
It says if they have full cover.
Okay, yeah, some things do have full cover. Well, I mean, anything not on your immediate side is going to have full cover. Yeah, your define... you are going to detect a desecrated hollow spell below you, but otherwise you don't detect any creatures.
Wait, there's desecrated land beneath us?
There is.
Oh, that is uncomfortable knowledge.
See, that's what you just fire off your divine sense like we're gonna hear things we want to hear.
Not a minute, but...
As soon as I feel that, I'm just gonna turn almost like... You can hear the stone grinding in his neck as he turns to Morgan. Just looks at her and goes... The ground underneath this building has been desecrated.
Well, that would probably explain the hideous rats. Are you gonna open the chest? Are you gonna be a baby about it?
No, the chest is fine. He'll fling it open.
Alright, inside of the chest, you guys find a tiny silver medallion in it. It's relatively untouched. I mean, it's slightly tarnished, but you guys can probably clean it off.
Milani will pull it out and wait for the curse to happen.
No curse. Milani just sees a nice silver medallion in front of him. It's hanging by a small little chain. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, crap. It could have been worse.
12? You probably value this at... You could probably trade this thing straight for 30 silver pieces. It's probably a fourth of a pound of silver. Between the chain and the medallion altogether.
Well, I will look at more.
Does it seem magical in nature?
Not from what you can tell.
Maybe something to look into later. I'd say it's probably worth at least 30 silver.
The second thing you guys find, covered in grime, you find a glass sphere.
It's a remember all.
Now
we can remember what we've forgotten.
Yeah, just looking at it, probably the grime it's covered in is dried vomit.
Milani will pick it up.
Wait for the curse.
I'm sorry, I had my microphone muted. Could you say that again? I
said Milani will pick it up.
Milani's just your resident curse tester. Pick it up. I mean, once again, like these are things of like minute value that you guys find in here as you're cleaning up. But the thing is, they're all covered with questionable materials that are going to either A, make you guys consider that these might spread disease upon trading them out, or B, lose their value from the grime. But otherwise, yeah, you pick it up. If you wipe off a bit of the grime, you can see a bit of shifting smoke inside of the orb.
Because it's a remember all.
The only problem is, I don't remember what I forgot.
Fucking Neville. God, what a scrub.
What are you talking about, Neville?
He might have actually been the chosen one, though.
Yeah, he could have been the chosen one.
He's like the latest of bloomers.
Yeah, we have a saying in my friend group called long bottoming, and it's when you go from, just like looking dinky in high school to just like the most charming, charismatic person. Taylor Moody is the perfect example. He plays Lumigrax in the campaign. He is a perfect example of long bottoming. He looks so dinky from our high school yearbook, and he is like looking at him. You're just like, God, you're charming.
What's with the conga?
Oh yeah, we're still on the battle music. Yeah, so if you guys just want to move on to the next item, I can tell you what that is.
Yeah,
Going into Donkey Kong Country now.
I mean, he's the leader of the bunch. You know him well, so we can stop there.
The third item you got. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Milani's gonna say to Morgan, once we get this thing cleaned up, maybe this one we should identify. Orb of smoke seems possibly magical.
The second thing you find, or rather the third thing you find, a black wooden pipe. Either A, for smoking something, or B, just like a cosmetic item. It doesn't look as dirty as the other items, but you can see there's residue on it from it being used. And anybody who used it here, nobody's going to want this thing.
Hey, look, I found a little bit of kindling.
Cool.
XJ!
Is there a fourth thing?
The final two things you guys find, you find enough small coins of copper and silver pieces, and you can write this in your inventory as small disease coins, small dirty coins, totaling 15 gold throughout this place. And additionally, you find a metal needle It is also covered in grime, either dry blood or something else. However, the the metal bits of it do gleam, possibly in a magical nature.
So
I
let's
hear
get this
looking at
straight.
dirty coin is good luck. You should totally do it.
We find a silver medallion that's like whatever. We find a remember all, kindling, dirty coins worth a not insignificant amount of money considering that it's loose change. And from what I can tell, a +1 heroin needle. Man, this is the best den ever.
We found the coke den of.
That's why those rats were so territorial.
Yeah.
They're crack den.
I'm
gonna take the fucking heroin needle because that's the best. Like, it's magical. The curse might just be that you're addicted to heroin. Welcome to the opioid crisis, America.
Milani will take a piece of. I'm afraid to put that in my bag in case it'll stab me walking.
Hey, so Morgan's gonna make a suggestion. Why don't we just put everything in the chest? And take
Fair
the
point.
chest.
Now, that chest
Fair point.
was a super tiny jewelry chest. It was only large enough for mostly the medallion and its chain. You could put the
So
needle
I'll take
in here.
I'll take the medallion out and put the needle in.
Yeah, you could put the needle in and, maybe a handful of these coins. I don't want to split up the coins, though, because I don't want to keep up with the math of that. I guess I should, just so that you guys... Alright, so it's got a total... What did I say? 15 gold?
Yeah.
Alright, so what percentage of that 15 is... Well, I rolled 2 of those. What percentage
Milani
of
can
that...
have all of it. He's immune to disease.
Yeah, so 73% of that is copper coins. God, that's so many copper coins. That is an entire sack of copper coins. Alright, so 15 times 100 equals 15,000 times 0.73. 1,095 copper coins you guys find scattered around here throughout, these things.
Lord, was one of their walls just made of copper coins?
fucking Christ.
Who has all this copper?
Let's
Did we
see.
find the drug den of a 1920s era person who was like, I ain't giving my money to no banks?
Alright, you guys find, out of that, so 1,035 copper pieces, you find...
Do you want to mark that down, or should I too?
I mean, this house was stuffed with people. When they sent the sick people to here, this whole ward got sick.
But they're also sick and poor people, and they just have just a mountain. This is like...
No, these people weren't poor people. They were quarantined. These were the people from the docks that lived in that part of town.
Well, that makes sense why they're apparently a low-rent, fucking Scrooge McDuck rolling through pennies.
Anyways, you find one golden coin, which would make the rest of it silver. So let me do the math on that. Minus 1,035 minus 100 and divided 10 copper makes all right, you guys find 36 silver coins throughout here. So 30
That's a significant shift. Let's go from 1,100 copper to 36 silver.
So you find 36 dirty silver coins, 1,035 dirty copper coins, and 1 dirty golden coin.
I'll mark the copper in my inventory if you want to take the gold and silver.
Sure.
since I don't think you could carry that much copper.
I could put it on my person, turn into a bear, boom, done.
Hey, Morgan, roll me a Constitution check, just for how much you're exerting yourself right now.
Killing it.
Alright. Okay, so cool. You guys get all of those coins. If your characters, would care to keep them separated, they do need to be cleaned before you guys can safely spend them. Otherwise, they have tarnished value. You would have to sack some of that copper, as that's a metric buttload of it. Would not trust any of the blankets around here. You could borrow a bucket from Inu in her cleaning squad and carry it all back to your guild house, though. But otherwise, about 5 hours, 6 hours pass, and you guys get this place. You get the rest of this house cleaned up, floorboards scrubbed. Which ones you couldn't scrub, you break, and carry the wood outside. Pallets outside. They have made a small burning pile that they've dug a little trench around next to the well out here in this courtyard, and people are coming to and throwing stuff inside of it. It's taking a metric butt ton of oil to keep this thing going through the storm. Before I'm gonna roll a percentage die if they're even able to keep it going. It is going to peter out about an hour before, everybody finishes, their cleaning shift, and Anu, out there, soaked in, her, whatever leather skin rain cloak she's wearing is just gonna say, don't worry about it, we'll burn it tomorrow when the sun comes out, just keep going. After 6 hours, you guys check in with her and you're able to leave. Inu will pay each of you 40 gold for your services.
Cover the bash.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'll need a cut of that, Milani, as for guild business. I'm
You're
fucking
still
with you.
No, Milani just looks at her and goes, "You're still pissed about the whole Willis thing, aren't you?"
I'm just kidding.
But since you brought it up,
Since you brought it up, yes, yes, I am.
Well, I'm sorry, Morgan. I didn't know you were kidding, 'cause I don't think I've ever heard you once make a joke.
What are you talking about? I'm hilarious.
is she even capable of laughing without, being condescending?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's Morgan's very genuine laugh.
Sounds mocking.
It's perfect. Alright, so where do you guys want to head?
Well, do we want to head home with all of our horribly tainted goods? Or do we want to,
I love that 6 hours have passed and XJ and Ioka are just they're probably fine. You think
fine.
it's
Just
nah.
clang,
They
clang.
were in a fight. She was in a no-holds-bar fight, and there's a huge storm outside. And the guy who might have killed Chat. They're fine.
We're fine.
Milani,
We would have seen a giant beam of light in the sky. Power Ranger style.
It's if Morgan was dead, she would be here as a ghost insulting us. So they're good. They're good.
Milani walking suddenly gets a very devious smile on his face.
I could just see Nyoka saying, "These spirits are bitching at me because Nyoka's a spirit."
What the hell were you doing?
Hey, Morgan.
Nyoka talks to the spirits, and it's just Nyoka talks to the spirit, and all of a sudden he just hears Morgan's voice. It's oh no.
Hey Morgan, you wanna fuck with the fuckwads?
Always.
Why don't you go in? Oh. I'm thinking we make it look like you're all roughed up. You go in and tell them that I was killed in a fight. And when they come rushing out, I'll just be standing there waiting, smiling.
You know they won't care, right?
That's true.
We will play the
Much
scenario
better.
out. Nyoka, XJ, things got hectic at the fight. Milani's dead. XJ will literally shrug. Begin working on whatever he's doing, and then Nyoka might pay you a quick head nod. The spirits be with you, and then he'll go back to whatever he's doing.
You think it would work better if we said it was you? Nyoka does have that life debt to you.
I mean, Nyoka might care more. But
I would be free of his life debt at that point.
that's like, I'm pretty sure you truly overestimate exactly how much our guildmates care.
We could just throw the grime-covered items at them.
Well, of course, X-Ray's cleaning all of them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so you guys get back to your guild hall, and the party's back together. It's been 6 hours.
Jeez, you two look like you're having fun.
Clang, clang.
Nyoka shoots you one of those. I just had to spend the last 6 hours with XJ. Look.
You volunteered.
Seeing that
sympathy.
look, Malai will just smile and go, "Would you rather spend 6 hours with Yelmar?"
to which Nyoka's like, okay.
Yelmar would have been perfect today.
Yeah, God, you would have cleaned the whole Windburrow.
He'd have cleaned everything.
Fight got canceled because what's her face didn't show up.
We need to go check on her.
I was about to say, speaking of which, we should probably see what happened there.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we leave. I didn't want to bring all this dingy stuff into into the Cabal's home.
You should have brought the dingy stuff into the Cabal's home.
Good news, bad news. We made a decent amount of money today. The bad news is you have to clean all of it.
Yeah, if you guys
just
pull out, the coins and all the goods that you grabbed, Morgan and Milani are just gonna have like this rain-soaked armful of just knickknacks, gold and coins, just grime-covered, wet soap, dripping, black sludge off of them, coins and all of that stuff that you guys picked up.
I feel like it would be worthwhile just to melt these down as something more useful than to clean them.
We might have enough copper pieces to melt them down into a copper sword.
It's possible.
I think it would be better to make armor than a sword.
A copper
Shit, it's
shield.
gotta be at least 20 pounds of copper here.
10 gold worth.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount.
It's like there's 10 gold worth, and I don't know how much a shield costs.
It is an excessive amount of copper. A shield costs 10 gold coins.
Yeah, see? So, I can tell you right now, we do. We actually have too much. Because if I remember correctly, when it comes to, like, the Xanathar rules, we have to have a quarter of that shield's we have to have half of the shield's sell price in materials. Which I think is just a stupid way to say a quarter of its cost. Mm-hmm. So we have enough copper to make 4 shields.
Milani just kind of thinks about it and goes, I could use a copper shield. That'd be cool.
Yeah, see? So there. You'll probably still want to clean it, even though the heat might disinfect it, but if you want to make shields out of it, XJ, go for it.
We're making shields out of pennies, alright! I like it!
Hey, XJ, maybe you can make one and just put into your arm.
Didn't I give XJ a shield inside of his arm already?
Yeah, actually, already has a shield in his arm, though it's not made of copper.
Right? You know.
Did you get anything else done while we were gone?
I want to identify that needle.
You cast Identify on it?
Yeah. They can keep talking. I'm gonna take 10 minutes to conserve a spell slot.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Melania's gonna put the orb down in front of her, too, so that way she can identify both.
Okay.
So I'll be taking 20 minutes to identify both of those things.
So yeah, while we were cleaning this house, a pack of rats came out and attacked us. They were not an issue.
Alright, so for the identifying, the needle, go ahead and roll me that history check for its properties. Morgan.
Yeah!
Morgan witnesses. God, me. I mean, you witness. Yeah, some guy, crafting this like gleaming iron sword. As he is, and he's folding the metal, it breaks, and he just picks up this tiny scrap, and you see him just kind of using it on a whetstone, or one of those rolling whetstones, I forget what they're called, and just kind of like sharpening it down to a needle, and then sold off. This needle probably has been being used throughout different hands to sew things for maybe 50 years, from what Morgan can tell. It is a good motherfudging needle.
Yep. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became a heroin needle.
I was about to say, Morgan sees a bunch of people with straps around their arms.
Morgan!
Oh, the last person who had it vomited to death and then dropped it in the puddle and fell on top of it.
Gross.
Like, sucks to be him. Moving on.
The smoke-filled orb, you can roll me a history check on that one too.
Thor, why
It literally can't go worse.
But it can go equally as bad.
Alright, a 13. So same thing, you witness this being crafted. Somebody is blowing glass in a fire. And it's a very weird process. Like, they have this long didgeridoo of a device for blowing this glass in the through the fire and above it. And as they are, whatever they're burning is burning all different colors. And this is catching the smoke. And the final orb has all of this smoke encapsulated in it. You see it being used in various ceremonial rituals out in the countryside, passed from hand to hand before it's finally traded here. Not too old of an item. It is not magical.
Neat.
So it's just an orb with smoke captured in it.
Yes.
That's cool, though. So, the orb is not magical, it just has smoke in it. The needle, you'll have to come back to the needle.
You can guesstimate the properties of the needle. It's just a really good sewing needle.
It's a +1 sewing needle.
Yeah. Sewing.
Only we had a tailor.
What do you mean? Taylor's in Group C.
Yeah, I know. I love that man. I wish he was here.
Yeah, the medallion, though, is only tarnished just from, how silver oxidizes a little bit and needs to be, wiped off. Otherwise, the medallion's perfectly fine. You guys could, wear that. Or sell it. Or melt it down.
I like
A neat little clean the medallion and ask, does anyone want it? 'Cause if not, I think I kind of want to wear it.
The last time I wore jewelry, an angry pirate took it because it was an heirloom.
Well, whoever owned this one's probably dead.
That's a comforting thought.
Nyoka's gonna ask if that's magical.
Yeah, hasn't cursed me yet, so that's a plus.
I mean, I can identify it, but it doesn't seem to be.
Have at it.
An extra 10 minutes!
Alright, you guys are at 7 hours, BT dubs. On to the next item.
Boom!
The medallion is...
That's a waste.
The medallion is not magical. You do see its origin, though, and I'm just going to roll on a faction table for who had this. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I'll roll a d8. Oh, you know what? I'm going to roll a d10 because I don't have the Gaiori on this table for some reason. Am I missing anyone else off this table?
You have to literally start saying the table for me to tell you that.
Oh, yeah,
It
that's
could
fair.
be one of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one more person or one more group on this table, and it would roll that one, wouldn't it? Yeah. So same thing. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll that because I don't want that one. Let's see. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This medallion was given to somebody in Ardor Serai, or just in like cold mountains. You see the symbols of a foreign kingdom, and just kind of like a ceremony. And this person releasing a falcon to the sky. After they do, a man presents this boy with this medallion. Then you see it, being passed on from father to daughter, from daughter to, son, from son to son, son to daughter, until eventually, it makes its way out here.
It's a treasured family heirloom. I miss if it whatever faction it belongs to.
Mountain. It was a.
It's the Mountain Warden.
Yeah, it is not a Mountain Warden item. It was a gift for a rite of passage for a Mountain Warden.
Yeah, so Morgan will hand it back to Milani. Well, do I know anything about the Mountain Wardens?
Roll me a history check. You can. I'll say DC 17. It's far off lore from here.
I was about to say, Brandon, we peaked. I've literally run the gamut. I hit a nat 1, I rolled a 12, and then I rolled a 20. The circle of life is complete.
Would I know anything considering my military background?
Would I register that it's a mountain? Would I register that? I mean, like, that's what the visions will tell me, but like...
Yeah. I mean, it's the Mountain Wardens. What you know about them is distant. You don't know much about them. Same thing with Milani. He's heard about them, serving in Heimsdale. They contribute a lot.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, they contribute a lot of people to the Nazaram cause, but other than that, what you guys know of their cultures and customs?
I know anything about them because of my history?
Far off lore, DC 17. Yeah. You gather about as much as Morgan and Milani.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
We've heard of them, but, never worked with them.
Well, I'm going to assume that I gathered enough to kind of be like, yeah, they seem to be up your alley. So, here you go.
Milani will put it on.
That being said, that their leader's the Eye of the Mountain, who is a druid. So technically, they're up my alley.
Wah, wah.
But what'd that get him? Turned into a jade statue.
And shoved into, I forgot whose pocket.
Oh god, Group A still has the fucking jade Eye of the Mountain.
Yeah, we did. So.
Anyways. Alright, you guys are at 7 hours and 10 minutes as far as like Nyoka and XJ's work. I'm going to ask just preemptively for Nyoka's providing the help action. For XJ, roll me a craft check with your smith tools. It's going to, we'll say it's going to be on dexterity since you're working with like small mechanisms to, properly affix the crossbow to your arm. So dexterity, add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with smith tools. And roll it with advantage. And that's just going to be preemptive for whenever you complete this. The DC you're trying to beat is 11.
And also add my dexterity bonus to it, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that is actually a +5.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the group has a. You guys do have a thing of a bar of gold, right?
Oh, that is not correct, but I did get over 12. So if we take off the other one.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Does the party have a bar of gold?
Like just a solid bar of gold? I don't think so.
Okay, well then, you are going to be on your. You guys
believe.
Oh, go ahead.
I believe I already subtracted the amount from my personal funds.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you are going to have to spend one more day on this, just because you put 50 gold towards it. Then I thought you guys had a bar of gold to do, like the 25. But anyways, yeah, we'll.
I mean, I have 25 gold. Like I have 25.
Well,
gold,
I spent
just don't have
50
a bar.
gold on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to contribute the coinage, you could smelt it down into a bar and then, allow XJ to work with it. And that would all be, within that 1 hour, or that 8 hours of work. But anyways, we'll come back to you guys. So what's the party want to do? If you guys wait about a half hour, XJ and Nyoka will be finishing up. Or you can just leave them.
It depends on if they care about if Mada's alive or not.
Not really. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, so I can go talk to the Cabal myself. Run!
I'll go with you.
Friendly-ish
Because I'm no use to crafting purposes.
We'll be at the Cabal's. Don't wait up.
Okay, boss.
Wasn't planning on it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so, let me open this. Heading to the Steel Cabal, who is it that has been meeting you guys out here?
I want to say it was Mada the last time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure...
When we got the Willis contract, I'm pretty sure it was Mada.
Mada.
Because we did our business, and then it was like...
There's one member of the Steel Cabal that always escapes me. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Mada. It was the assistant captain, Tanellin. She's not out here. However, you guys are going to see Rain's horse is in the stable. There is nobody.
Rain's here?
Yeah, there's nobody standing outside at the bell tower or at the bounty board, as it is, torrentially downpouring right now.
By the way, no. Morgan does not get another hot chick. This one is mine.
No, I was on the paying train. I'm the one that invented that nickname.
You got a pirate. You got a hot dancer, thief, and others people for your harem. This one's mine.
I'll fight you. No holds bar in that goddamn pit.
I just imagine you guys are there at dawn tomorrow and Mada shows up and's like, are we fighting? And it's just like...
You will show up on time.
Morgan shows up, never shows up late, or early. She shows precisely when she intends to.
All right, Gandalf, simmer down.
All right, so areas up here. There's the their courtyard and the well. The bell tower. They have a stables. They have a mess hall. They have a barracks.
Don't be a mess, all right.
You guys can go. They have an armory. You guys can go into any of these buildings. No one's standing outside. If you assume, Rain's anywhere, of course you see her horse at the stables. The mess hall, probably people gathering. They would have an administration building. I don't know what a hunter's hall? I don't know what an administration building would be for a group of rangers. A lodge?
Hunting hall?
Yeah.
Maybe?
But yeah, they would have an administration building too that you could assume would be a good place to look for her.
Yeah.
I gave you options and you said yeah.
Only administration building.
Oh,
I was
okay.
what's the most logical place for a visitor? Like, we live in the same town and there's a rapport. That doesn't mean I can't just go kicking indoors. Go up in their mess hall and, throw plates on the ground and be like, where the fuck is Mata?
I mean, you could.
I mean, I could, but...
Alright, yeah.
That's never stopped Nyoka.
We'll call it the Captain's Lodge, and this is the building at the top of the hill, at the top of the town. It is one of the smaller buildings. It is the personal quarters for Rain and her 2 assistant captains. And, of course, a meeting room. As you open the door, you can see there is a hearth fire drawn in the main lobby. To your left is, the long conference room for meetings with different guild leaders of the town. I assume either, not guild leaders, but guild representatives. Either Aryea or Niles has sat in this room maybe a dozen times listening to the rangers give their spiels. To the right and far side of the room would be, the 3 personal quarters. Actually, one on each of these floors, and there'd be a upstairs where Rain's quarters would be. As you guys step in, Tanellin is going to be in the main lobby, and Rain is going to be in the conference room with somebody that you guys don't recognize. They are going through documents. As you step in, Tanellin stands up, nods to each of you, giving you, kind of like a proper silent greeting. And she's going to say, we heard you turned in that Willis bounty in town. As the hunters came from our recommendation, they sent by a portion of our share of the bounty. We are thankful for that and your work with the Cabal.
That's about Willis, right?
She nods and says, if we get any more high name contracts, we'll be sure to divvy them out to you guys. You're really coming through on the bounties lately.
Well, you say that. Did they tell you exactly what we ended up doing with Willis?
She is, let's see, what's her personality? She is going to grimace and say, yes, I've heard. But in the business, sometimes things like that are necessary, especially for people who won't come compliantly. I don't fault you for it. However, there is room to hone your craft.
Yes, we've already had conversations about restraint.
Yeah, part of that was my fault. I let my personal feelings get involved with my strike, and it ended badly.
Yeah. She's going to nod and say, sometimes we get bounties on people that even we don't want to bring in, but gold helps keep the walls around the city up, helps us keep our rangers well fed and well maintained, and with that comes the smallest amount of stability that the clutch can provide.
Oh, trust me, it wasn't a factor of I didn't want to bring him in. It was a factor of I let my anger get ahead of me.
She goes and sits back down where she was at, and says, "Well, in the future, I can let you know if we have any bounties for people to be killed, as that might better suit you." She returns to dealing out cards, and looks up and says, "The only things we have right now, though, are all being taken care of."
We came here for a slightly personal matter. Mata failed to make it to today's rescheduled fight. It's not like her to not be punctual. That's kind of my thing.
She's gonna roll a history check. And she's gonna shrug and say, I don't know much about that. Rain sent her off this morning. Didn't tell much of anybody anything of what was going on with her.
So wait, is Rain in the room?
No, she's in the room adjacent to you guys.
I'll have to talk to Rain about that then. It sounds like she helped waste part of my morning.
She gestures and says she's just going over our financial ledgers for the month. Gestures to the room like, you can help yourself. I'm off duty right now.
Hey, go ahead, bugger. I don't care. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go do it. What her name's Tanillin?
Yeah, I can spell that. Tinellin. Let's see.
Well, I just wanted to say it right, because I was gonna say thank you, and then thank you, Tanellin.
Tinellin.
Tanellin.
And yeah, you guys have met this lady multiple times before. By the way, she is on a 9 out of 10 scale of attractiveness as far as her.
Yeah.
There's a random NPC. But anyways, yeah, if you guys step into the next room, the Rain is going to hold her hand up to the woman talking to her. Just, like kind of stopping her. She's going to gather up all the papers, bow, and step out of the room. And Rain is going to, just, hold her arms out and she's like, "The silver tree, what a pleasure." And she's going to say, "I'm sorry I've been gone from our town for so long. I was hunting that pirate. Found ships of hers, staged out south of the town."
You're gonna have to. You cut out like in the middle of that sentence.
Oh, she said, "Sorry I was gone from protecting our town for so long. I was hunting that pirate. I found ships of hers staged out south of the coast."
We found her in Beechwood.
And she's gonna just kind of like squint her eyeballs together and says, "To the geese, what are they planning?"
They were planning to raid either the town or just shipments related to the White Cloaks.
No loyalty.
Absolutely zero.
She's playing like every angle.
I politely informed her that our beaches are tainted. Perhaps I should show no mercy to pirates, but I figured our blighted land would be a deterrent to their invasion. I wasn't exactly equipped to kill an entire pirates fleet.
Rain nods and says, well, there's a bounty on her head put by the dockmaster before he died for the death of the 2 workers she caused and the additional cleric. Although, I'm pretty sure Rain is going to say the news surrounding that cleric's death, though, or rather the details surrounding that cleric's death are sketchy at best.
I don't think the pirate killed the cleric.
Yeah, when I checked out the body, the runes on her body were much different than the other 2's. So, it seems like that was a completely different assailant. Possibly the one that Morgan and Yomar fought the night of the invasion.
I had no hand in that fight. That was Argea.
Oh, excuse me, Argea.
Rain's just going to take all this in, looking Morgan straight in the eyes and say, well, next time you see that pirate, drag her back here, kicking or screaming.
I'll see what I can do.
Milani literally holds back a laughter.
Since you've been gone, our heel house has gotten infested with a particularly awful strain of cleric.
She's gonna nod and say the Diori. I know. Sometimes you just have to accept whatever help you can get.
Yes, I have to slightly apologize. Argea arranged for their help, but I didn't quite know what we were signing up for.
She's gonna nod or shake her head and say, "Don't apologize. From everything I've heard, by all accounts, they've helped the city. Been healing sick and cleansing blight."
Oh. See, that's the thing. Oh, if you wanted to jump in.
Yeah. That is the thing. We talked to the White Cloaks yesterday, and they were telling us they stopped sending their sick to them, considering they had people go in and never come out. And then when we went there to check out the place ourselves yesterday, there wasn't a soul in sight, except for them.
Also,
before you get that also off, give me 1 second, I need to look at something. What is you guys? We're in the clutch! And, Lockleo Toast. Steel Cabal. Alright, and, let me pull her sheet to the side.
Bane!
That is her new canon nickname. We have Daggertooth and Bane.
Oh, God, that's awful. Okay, so she, cool. Okay, so you guys are going to see something visibly like twists on Rain's face, and she is going to say, I'm sorry, I have to cut this meeting short if you'd excuse me. And she is going to start walking out.
Rain!
I am inciting the shit out of that.
Go ahead.
Nat 20 for a 19.
Yeah, 17.
That is a history check. Fuck my life.
Oh, it's not 20!
No, that's fine. That's fine. You guys
I
are both
might
going
get,
to beat her deception check to hide, her hide her discomfort. When you mention nobody's returned from the Gaiori, that has definitely struck something inside of her that has caused her to walk off. I mean, you can assume she's hiding something from you.
Rain. Now might not be the best time to confront them.
Is that where you set Mata?
She is going to look back at you and say, yes, it is. And I need to go check on her.
We're coming with you. Sorry, Morgan, I didn't mean to cut you off on that one, but...
I mean, I said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but you know I personally, after what happened to my friend, I'm itching for a fight.
I regret not coming now.
Alright,
But it might be beneficial to grab our other guildmates if we need backup.
XJ wants to kill. XJ wants to test out his new crossbow.
Is that agreeable to you, Rain? We'll stop by the guild hall and grab our other two companions.
Rain's going to say, I have no intention of attacking their order. I simply want to go and investigate before I draw any sort of plan. I can marshal my rangers if needed.
I'd still like to come with.
As you guys are stepping out of the guild hall, Tanellin steps up and says, marshaling rangers? Rain holds up a hand again, saying, it's nothing. She's going to look back at both of you, nod towards the door, and step out into the rain.
Alright. I guess we don't have time to stop, so let's just go.
And she's going to go to the stables and grab her...
Out of character, I just want to say I'm sorry to our two friends here. I didn't intend for this to turn into a Morgan and Milani episode.
Well,
Every episode is a Morgan episode.
We kind of did it to ourselves.
Every episode is a Morgan episode.
She is going to grab her horse, and let's just go with colors. Black, brown, white, spotted.
Spotted!
It is a black evens odds stallion mare. It is a black mare. And she takes the horse, and she begins, she takes it out of the stables, affixes a saddle to it, and says, meet me there whenever you arrive. I mean, obviously you guys are going to get a small little head start on her because she has to equip her horse. But after she does, she's going to go trotting on down the road past you guys.
Would it be quicker, Morgan, if you just transform into a horse yourself?
I'm not turning into a horse. I'm turning into a cat.
Oh, no Morgan horse?
Morgan cat!
A Morgan cat?
Alright, well...
If we want to get a good look in this place, right? I can't go in there looking like this. They already don't like me. You know, like everybody we ever talk to.
All the sensible people. The pirates love you.
I guess if we do it that way, we can spend 10 minutes and I can... Oh, no, my camel's back at the base.
Whatever, we have a head start, and it's raining. It's not like you can run that fast in mud.
Downhill.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so, what does Morgan turn into?
A cat.
Like just a regular cat?
I assume there's just a regular cat. I think that's in the player's
Okay, like a tiny creature cat?
Yeah, like a house cat.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, Rain is going to beat you guys there. She, rides past you on her...
does whatever a Morgan cat does.
As she rides by you on her horse. Yeah. So you guys arrive. You guys will pass your guild house on your way to Chat's healing house. Do you want to get any of your members?
Yes.
Yeah. Morgan or Milani will just look at Morgan Cat and go, "You go on ahead. I'll get the other two."
Morgan Cat. Well, to be fair, I just want to note I would turn into a cat when we're about there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I want to maximize my time. I mean, 2 hours is probably overkill, but like, I can only be a cat for 2 hours.
Alright, well then I will, on our way through, I will grab my camel and I will grab the other two.
Alright. So what do you say to Nyoka and XJ? You guys do complete your work by the time Milani gets back?
Yeah, Milani will just swing open the door. We're going with Rain to the heal house. Apparently one of her people is there, and she's worried. So let's go.
Have I had time to install my crossbow yet, or is it still too soon?
So if you did what we discussed and you melted down the coins to form a bar, that would be half of your labor would be making the bar, and then the other half would be the 25 golds of labor going into it. So you would have time to put on the additional weapon upgrade.
I would have time.
Yes.
Alright, then yeah, I've got my new cross. So
that would cost. Yeah, that would cost you guys 50 gold.
Yeah, I've already spent my 50 gold.
Okay. Yeah, and this would be coming in probably like
this would be my last upgrade before I'd have to start taking stuff off.
Yeah, what do you have right now? I think you have one more slot.
Yeah, I've got the shield, I've got the short sword, and then the crossbow would be my third.
Yeah, the sword is automatically, is like already one of your racial features. I believe the shield was the additional one I gave you. So this, you've got one more that you can do. The sword is standard 2 Warforge, or at least I think like Juggernaut Warforge. I have to go back and look at it because I might be thinking of Unearthed one. But yeah, you've got one more. Whatever the case, I'll say yeah, you'll have one more.
Okay, so I've got the crossbow and the shield.
Anyways, so Milani busts in and says, say that again, I forgot what it was.
Rain's going to the heal house, one of her people's there. We're going with her, let's go.
Perfect timing, I just finished my upgrades.
Okay, then. That works.
Naoka doesn't say anything. You just gotta go.
Alright.
He'll run over, grab his camel, and start trotting off.
Okay. So, the order of arrival is going to be Rain, followed by Morgan and Milani, followed by Nyoka and XJ.
I'm a cat.
As you
what's
get
the
here,
order of everyone's death?
Yeah. As you get here, as Morgan and Milani get there, you are going to see the cleric, Karin, is escorting Rain, or rather Rain's horse is tied up outside this place, busting into the heal house. Karin is escorting Rain throughout the different rooms and different hallways of this. You catch glimpses of them moving room to room in the back of the heal house. It is a perception check to see, to try and hear what they're talking about. However, Rain has that hard expression across her face of just, she is not accepting any of this. What was that? Divine Sense? You burn a divine sense. This ground has been hollowed. You don't detect any fiends, undead, celestials, or anything like that.
The perception check did not help.
Oh, I didn't even see the perception check.
Might as well make one myself.
It's a 16. If I can't naturally hear it, then it didn't work.
It's active perception just because they're moving in and out of rooms. Like,
that's fair.
You know, it's actively trying to make out
Does
what
a
they're...
17 get me anything?
The 16 and the 17 are actually going to get stuff. I was just waiting until everybody made their checks. So, XJ...
One through just to be safe. I don't hear shit.
Yeah, XJ coming back. Practice rolling one. Oh, Nyoka, okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just like, I'll take a picture of this and put it on the Discord later. If you guys could just see how I'm playing right now. Like, everybody watching the stream is gonna see me, like, every couple minutes. I keep leaning over and looking down. Because my other screen's just on the floor, behind something. Anyways, what was I saying? It's 7 o'clock, so that's 9 o'clock for you guys. Okay, cool. Alright. As people are plowing into this house, Morgan is going to make out bits and pieces of this conversation. Karin is telling her that, you know, all of the healing, or rather, whatever they can do on site, they provide for people here. However, all of the healing happens off-site. As XJ gets there, they are touring through the supply room, and Rain is asking questions about it as the party is, you know, kind of like congregating in the doorway. Karin is going to inform her, as, you know, she's asking questions about the supply room, that the Gyori, you know, are here and they have not killed anyone. They are definitely helping everyone they possibly can. And that is all that she is entitled to say to anybody outside of their organization, as mandated by Dalila, the voice of their muse of fire, Asatar Barina Gaius.
Oh, they're going through the whole spiel right now?
Then, everybody's going to congregate there, and they're in the back room. You can no longer hear them as they're, you know, talking in the supply room. Door swinging open and close for everybody. Are one of the other clerics going to hear you? They are. A woman that was here last time, or actually, you know what? Morgan Cat. Guy, one of the third cleric that was here last time you guys were here, talking to Karin. Is going to step forward, and he is going to greet you, and say, it's not going to greet you like everybody else did. Give me 1 second. I am rolling up all of his statistics real quick, because why not? And a D6 for race.
Because he's gonna be dead soon, and we need to know what his body looks like.
Alright.
I need to know exactly how pretty a corpse we're about to make.
Yeah, so, he's gonna step forward. He is a fireborn male, and he has a slight smile on his face, and he's gonna say, I recognize you. You guys were here, you all were here yesterday. Questioning Delia about our methods. I know none of you are sick. Actually...
Sick of your shit! Meow meow, meow meow meow.
Yeah, he's gonna say, I know none of you are sick, so, did you come here just to, poke around more, just like the ranger captain?
Absolutely, that's why I'm a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Are you actually talking right now, or is that who's
Yeah.
No,
our
I can't.
representative?
Yeah, Morgan.
Oh
been
God!
caught.
I took away her voice.
Yeah, she's meow 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 meow, and he's addressing Milani, XJ, and Nyoka.
Oh, XJ of all people.
Nyoka is gonna.
She doesn't
be
even
like,
know how to heal XJ.
I mean, like, holy magic will work on XJ like, a regular person.
Mhm.
It'll just look weird.
When Milana gets stabbed, I use Cure Wounds. When X-Ray gets stabbed, I use Mending.
So Nyoka is going to look at him, and he's going to lean close to him, and he goes, "We sent you somebody to heal, but explain to me, because I'm not understanding. Why is it still empty here? Where does the dead go? Where does the healing go?"
He's gonna nod and say, for the extreme cases, we don't,
And he's gonna Nyoka is going to get in the uncomfortable area of the into his space,
yeah.
and he's doing that in hopes that Morgan will see that and snoop.
Mm.
Snoop, 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 cat, 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 cat.
He's gonna say, well, in the more extreme cases,
Because it's hard to pay attention to anything else when there's a big
Lizard person all up in your grill.
yeah,
Yes.
he's gonna cut
With a
himself off
paladin standing next to him.
and say, we're on order to just do our job here, and or just do our job here, not interact with the town as much as possible. We've been trying not to make a scene or anything. I apologize, but that's all I can tell you.
And Nyoka is going to say, "But we're the ones who hired you, so what is it you're trying to do?" And he's going to turn his head sideways like he's trying to figure out what in the hell he's talking about.
Okay.
Also, I've attempted to move further back into this establishment.
Okay. What room do you want to go into? There are all the private rooms back here.
What's the layout of this place?
So the entranceway where you would expect, if you guys remember how your guild hall's kind of set up, like that large hearth room with all the rooms along the sides. This is kind of a similar building, except it's a lot more narrow. The entrance lobby where this hearth room would be, there are about 8 cots on each side of the room. There's a fire pit for a fire, but where that fire pit is, instead, there are pails of water for, and unused linen cloths for tending to anybody who would, be in these cots. Once you get past the cots on the left side of the room, there are about 4 private rooms for healing people and a hallway stretching along the back of the room straight to the right. The most immediate room in this hallway, just barely within sight from the front door, is the supply room that Nyoka snooped through, that you guys saw Rain go through. Looking down the hallway, there's a staircase that leads upstairs. There are, 2 more personal rooms along this hallway, and on the right side of the room, I guess that would be like a kitchenette of sorts for preparing food or any salves that anybody in this open area would need.
So I want to find Rain.
Okay, she's in the supply room.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go back in there. Nyoka, did you roll an insight check or anything against him? He apologized to you that he couldn't share more. I don't know what else you said to him after that. I dirked.
Basically, one, he's just trying to
Just distract him?
distract him. But 2, he already knows he's getting bullshit, right?
Okay.
So,
Alright.
Yeah, the guy may seem sincere, but that may be just because of the fact that he's a lobby, right?
That's you low tier. He's not in the know.
Right. But Nyoka is definitely trying to cause a commotion.
Okay.
And so he's going to say in a very loud voice that he wants to talk with the
Want to talk to the manager?
yeah, basically the person in charge who he met
Certain that
before.
lizard
Okay.
privilege.
How would he phrase that? Delia is the woman that you guys were told was in charge here. She was who you spoke with yesterday.
Well, before he does that,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to ask the spirits silently what happened to, if the spirits know what happened to his friend.
Roll me a religion check.
I believe.
Didn't we already do this though? Yesterday?
Well, we
yesterday
did a
you
religion check based on the body we found, which, from what we can tell, is either Chet's brother or Chet's brother's murder victim.
Chet's brother's murder victim, I believe, because Chet's brother was.
Oh yeah!
7.
Killed it!
Nailed it!
Yeah, you hear the distant hum of the spirits. Of just kind of like that. You ask them a question and they're just...
They're playing cards. They can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Busy, be back with you.
Please return your call at an appropriate time. Thank you.
Less plot convenient time.
Okay, so then Nyoka, he's going to look around and see if anybody else is going to jump in. That may be a little bit better at this than he is, but if not, he's going to start saying that he wants to talk with, he doesn't understand. Why is there no sick people at the Hill House?
Okay.
For causing a distraction, I can handle that right now. While Naoka's doing this, Milani's going to telepathically talk to his camel.
What are you saying to it?
Because it's within 1 mile of me and I can do that. I'm going to tell it to bust in and start fucking up the place.
Whoa! Okay.
Why? Alright.
Are we abandoning subtlety?
We caused a distraction. I sneaked.
So, Nyoka starts asking, go ahead and roll me that stealth check for Morgan, too. Nyoka starts asking about, hey, I don't know what's going on. Can you speak to Delia? Or can I speak to Delia? She is so much more helpful. As this is happening, he's just like, he's nodding and nodding and nodding, says, yes, I'll go retrieve her, right? Turns around, and then you guys just hear this whoomp, whoomp, and like these hoof prints are hoofs against the front door as something is trying to break it down. He pivots back towards back towards the door reflexively, and he's going to tell everybody, get back, get behind me, I got this. Pulling out his holy symbol.
Nyoka is going to oblige him because he doesn't know what in the hell just happened.
Yeah, Milani will do the same.
And your camel's going to roll more athletic checks to try and break down the door. And roll a 8 and an 8. Alright. Now we are going to have a cleric versus a celestial camel. Because reasons.
For totally legitimate reasons.
You know what? I think that 10 stealth is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, alright. So, he is going to open the door with a readied action to, you guys see him charge a spell in his hand, Holy Light, inside of it. The camel is on the other side of the double doors. As he opens it, his readied action is going to go off, and he is going to hit the camel with a guiding bolt, and then him and the camel are going to go into initiative.
Also, damn though, he just threw that guiding bolt out there. I'm jealous. I don't have ruby dust.
Oh, this seems like it's gonna be no.
Like, do we help the camel, or do we just watch the show?
I mean, I would just watch the show. The camel can be brought back.
While he's distracted with the camel, I'm going to use my racial trait to cast Pass Without Trace on me, XJ, and Nyoka.
Alright,
let's go.
Roll me initiative, because initiative, we're going to be moving in initiative order. Alright, so, the camel takes, golly gee willikers, dude. 20 points of, radiant damage. What is this camel's health?
The fight might already be over.
I rolled a nat 1.
Did we, just rule the camel as a... I'm pretty sure the camel's in the, DMG. If not, I think we just ruled it as a... Camel has 15 points of health. Does your, Fine Steed give it any additional features?
I think it gives it more AC, if that matters, because Guiding Bolt's an attack roll.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got 22 on the attack. So,
just making sure.
Yeah.
We never did this.
All right.
We just distinguish what we made it as, either celestial, fiend, or fae.
Yeah, it's a celestial camel.
Yeah.
So it is.
So I don't know if it have resistance to radiant damage or not.
No, it just gains that creature type.
To my knowledge, only angels have resistance to radiant.
All right, so he blasts this camel out of existence, turning around, starting the initiative order, and then ending the initiative order. I guess he will roll on initiative though, because reasons. The top of the round, he blasts this camel out of existence, and turns around to see that you guys are all safe.
And totally weren't doing anything.
Winning initiative, Milani can choose to cast that spell. Because his was a readied action before you guys entered initiative order. He is opening his mouth to speak, but you guys are going to hear him next round.
Milani's going to look at him and say, "What happened?"
All right. Do you just want to? You guys want to move out of initiative order, or?
Yeah, move out. We're aborting.
Yeah, he's gonna say, I don't know where that beast came from or what it was doing, but it was. You're safe now. You don't have to worry. And he's gonna kind of put his his fists and his hands into fists and put them, both at his waist, kind of looking proud, and say, "See, the guy already can do more than just heal the sick here."
Do we just let him have this?
I mean, he handled that camel.
If you guys choose to kill him, that's 20 radiant damage, not at somebody's face.
Look, guys, I'm just gonna...
I totally protected these guests, and now they're going to be so grateful and see how great the Gagori are.
And why is there a knife in me?
Just choking.
I just want to note that, yeah, that was a lot of damage, but Guiding Bolt's only a first level spell. So, it's also super overpowered because you have to have fucking ruby dust.
Guiding Bolt? Are you sure about that on the spell component?
Yeah, because because I always run into a problem with it, because it's super nice as an attacking spell, but because of the fact that it has a cost component, I can't just wholly symbol it away.
No, Guiding Bolt is no cost.
Are you sure?
Yeah, components are verbal and somatic. It is just a huge attack. God, I mean, it's a really good spell for, first level clerics.
I'm so confused.
It's,
I'm pretty sure it says so in the book.
maybe it got errata to have it, and I'll just have to check. Because I have one of the dinky old player's handbooks, so
One second.
I'll check it later.
I can look it up.
I mean,
you're right.
He would have the ruby dust regardless, though. So
No,
So
you're
it's
right.
Guiding Bolt?
Maybe it's roll 20 that's...
yeah,
Anyways.
I have ruled a couple other spells in the campaign. Do have a ruby dust?
You know what it might
requirement.
be? It might just be that roll 20 auto fills in that, like, example text, and that's where I got confused.
Flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged attack.
That's what I'm thinking the problem is I think roll
46
20...
radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says nothing about it says nothing about needing a component. It's just that the target has an advantage against you after the attack.
So by default, like the shadow text, like the example text for like the...
I know, I'm following you.
Yeah, so that's that. I derped there.
Right.
That's where I derped. So my bad.
But
That's going back on the spell list.
So, as far as like your guys' radiant protector, are you guys just gonna start clapping for Eric? Oh, well, you don't know his name.
Eric.
I'm a robot. I wasn't aware we were in danger.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
Morgan Cat's exploring. Morgan Cat.
Yeah, as you guys are like talking back and forth with him, and he's just like, yeah, and it just came up out of here, and
now that's all done.
Clap.
Nyoka, go ahead and roll me a performance check. I mean, it's gonna be effective regardless, but just like, how much can you play this up of just like, God, that was impressive to pump up this guy's self-esteem? Might cause him to spend a little bit more time gloating. Alright, so, for Morgan, you squeak into this, room. You squeak into this room with, Rain and, Karin. Karin is, is explaining, like, oh, this herb, this is a moon seed plant, this sun seed plant, this one's moon seed, we use these to cure curses, we use these to cure diseases, these ones can treat symptoms right here, these are these are regents for potions, and, as she's going through, like, all of these, herbs, Rain keeps pointing to the shelf full of chalk, and says, "And what are these used for?" And Karin is going to turn and say, "That's our personal supply. As far as what's on the ledger of what chat had here, everything is accounted for in order." And Rain's, again going to point to him and say, "Yes, but why do you need this much chalk?" And Karin's going to say, "How about I lead you to Delia? She can answer some of your questions more in depth." Rain nods, following her.
Dodging the question.
Does Morgan continue to follow?
For the moment, yes.
What is Morgan's passive perception as a Kit Kat? Is it the same?
Yeah, my wisdom stats don't change. It's the strength, con, and dex.
Okay. You are going to notice. You are going to notice Rain pocket several of these pieces of chalk as they walk out of the room.
Cool. I don't have to do that.
Does not seem to notice.
Additionally, even though I don't know if it matters, as a cat, I'm better at perceiving things with my nose.
Oh, crap. You're a cat with 10 stealth right now. As they move towards the door, they're both going to notice you.
Meow, meow.
Wait,
yeah, what? Karin is... Well, it's a 10 stealth.
I didn't roll a good stealth check. I'm not.
She's a cleric. with
I'm
wisdom. Yeah.
I'm mostly rolling on the idea that no one's gonna care because I'm a cat.
Well, see, that's the thing. The Gyori run a tight shift, and she's going to reach down and look at the cat, look back to Rain and say, I'm sorry, a stray must have gotten in. We'll just flay it for its meat later. Reaching down to grapple. I mean, they don't have standards in the clutch. She makes a athletics check at you to grapple you.
God, I'm gonna make an acrobatics check to get the hell out of here.
Your DC to beat is 16.
Jesus.
You can totally hit that as a cat.
Alright.
No, see, fun fact, I'm actually just as dexterous as a cat.
Yeah, she grabs the, skin behind your neck, picking you up, and says, if you will wait in the hallway, I'll get this taken care of.
Meow, 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 meow.
At what point, like... no, actually,
you guys...
we never established, what happens when things go tits up?
Does Nyoka see this?
Yeah, stepping out of the room, Karin has, Morgan Cat in her hand, taking her to that room where, the salves and food is prepared. You guys see Rain in the back of the room. She is just, kind of waiting, looking around. The difference...
Can I make another attempt to get out of this?
Yeah, you can. You have to... It's a contested check, so if you attempt to escape, she has to attempt to keep grabbing you. She rolls a second time.
I'm not... Wow.
God, so she rolled a, after everything was said and done, a 9. And,
did she also roll on that one and she's less dexterous than I am?
No, she's got plus 2 to her strength. Yeah, she keeps a grip on you. The rest of the party notices Karin moving through here. Karin is going to call to Ariette and say, Ariette, stop showing off. Come take care of this stray. And he's gonna, look into the group, as he's been talking. It's like, yeah, oh. And he closes the door, although the hinges seem kind of bent. Your camel made a 11, an 8, and a 12 athletics check against the door. So that door is not in... No. He closes the door that the camel was trying to break in. You guys are still inside. And he's going to start walking towards the back room.
Doesn't seem like that's going to be hard to break down. It's like...
Summon the camel again and just have it start breaking the door. He's like, I'm back!
I was just kind of thinking, like, at what point are we abandoning subtlety and it's like drawing weapons, kicking down the door, it's like, on the ground! Time to put those bounty hunter skills to work.
I think that's coming very soon.
I feel it, yeah, I feel like it's gonna happen.
Alright, does anybody help Morgan Cat?
Morgan Cat! I'll probably be fine.
Nyoka is gonna come up and try and bump, like he went too fast type deal, and he's gonna try and bump her to drop Morgan Cat.
Alright.
I don't think you're that close. Are they that close?
They are not, but I mean, Nyoka's just bumbled through here before. It's just not out of character. Like, come take care of this cat, and Nyoka starts walking over. It's like, I got it.
Lizard person, like,
roll me a shove attempt. It's a athletics check, contested by her to keep her balance. Golly, gee willikers. So yeah, Nyoka's gonna come stumbling forward of just like, oh, I'll take care of this, and she's gonna like move Morgan Cat away from you of just like, no, he's and you're gonna just straight shoulder her into the chest, and she's going to fall over flat, dropping Morgan Cat.
Oh, Nyoka profusely bows and go, oh, so sorry, so sorry.
Roll me a deception check.
Nyoka's so dumb.
Come up and grab like the scruff of his shirt, like pull him up. It's like, I'm sorry, we're working on the leash. It's not quite done yet.
What's Morgan Cat do?
Morgan can't. That's the thing. That's the debate. I'm free, so I probably should use this chance to get the hell out of here because they're gonna flame me for my meat. Or I could run upstairs.
Oh, I should probably make a deception check as well.
Yeah, I mean, I will allow that with, God, what even is this RP? So here we go. So, Morgan, you're running upstairs?
Yeah, I'll run upstairs.
Okay, and, then what's, oh, okay, yeah, you guys are doing, deceptions. What's Milani doing in all of this?
Do I have to make a new stealth check? Is that commotion enough for me to go away unseen?
I mean, everybody's gonna see where you run unless you make a stealth check.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense.
You can make a stealth check if you want. And
Sure.
what's Milani doing? And then I'll describe this scene for everybody.
Oh my god. You're like caterwauling all the way, like.
Well, that's the thing, is it makes sense. It's all like hit the ground. Oh, bitch! And then,
Yeah. That post of the Benny Hill song is real, accurate right now.
Okay, so, like, party question, like, out of character. Do we just start knocking people out and tying them? I feel like this has gone on long enough.
well, I mean, but the thing is what context? Like, the thing is, it's just, well, since we've decided to get weird about this, we might as well go whole hog.
That's basically it, yeah.
But none of this has been outside of Nyoka's shove. None of it's been real open aggression. Like, you almost want to punish them for wanting to flay your guild leader, but they just think it's a cat.
Milani's gonna hold off on really doing anything until, like, actual aggression is shown.
Okay.
If I see one of them pull a sword on Nyoka or XJ, then Milani's gonna step in.
Alright. So, as, you guys are, like, bumbling around in this pile of bodies of, you know, Nyoka pushing past Ariette, shouldering into, Karen, knocking her down, Morgan, you know, running away, running off. Karen's going to point towards, Ariette at Morgan and say, get that cat! And Ariette's going to nod, you know, hands out extended towards running, you know, towards where Morgan's running off to, down the hallway. Nyoka and XJ, you know, just like here bowing, just like,
XJ's not bowing, but
okay, just, you know, like, oh yeah, we're so sorry. And she is going to stand up and say, no, you intended to release that feral cat in here. We're healing sick people in this house. We can't have animals like that running. And she's going to point at you and say, you've had nothing but malice for the Gaiori since you stepped in here yesterday.
who's she pointing at?
Nyoka, probably, the troublemaker?
Yeah, at Nyoka. And is gonna say, you're trying to shame our reputation.
You don't exactly.
Oh, trust me, we don't need to try hard to do that.
She's going to through the voice of Delia, granted the authority by Dolilla. Voice of our Muse of Fire, Asatar Barina Gaius, I ban you from this healing house. If you need services, seek them elsewhere. Pointing to the door.
That's fine, we're better at it than you.
Oh, is this like to all of us, or like...
Nyoka is going to say, if this was a good healing house, there would actually be sick people here.
I mean, technically speaking, no, there wouldn't be. But
signs of aggression? I just kind of want to punch her at this point.
You know what?
I really want to punch her at this point.
I'm gonna roll a composure die for her. When Nyoka says that,
You know what?
she's
Actually,
going to say,
no,
"We don't treat anybody on sight."
But why not?
and
I'm
Nyoka
going
goes,
to roll an intimidation.
Uh,
Let's see where this goes.
This is where I don't leave you guys be by yourself.
all right.
Like, as far as any evidence has been seen, you do not do the job you claim you do. You have begun to show signs of aggression, and honestly, I'm just kind of sick of hearing your voice. Stand down, or force will be initiated. Eyes are switching color.
She is angrily going to say, "Get out of the healing house. We treat everybody off-site in a better equipped location."
I'm done.
wow. It wasn't Nyoka this time.
It wasn't Nyoka this time, but it's not going to be a fist.
I can't trust any of you!
Hand axe, and I'm going to pistol whip her.
All right, roll me initiative.
Okay, so Morgan, I want you to know you got.
God damn! Why is it always a what? I don't think my initiative's working.
I'm
rolling this again just to check. No, it is working. God damn it.
What's Morgan doing?
Morgan is not doing anything but running up the stairs and running away from this person. Because she hasn't realized how stupidly violent all of her guildmates are.
I want to say nothing in that regard.
All right.
This wasn't Nyoka's fault.
It wasn't. Nyoka can be happy this time it's exchange.
No, it was a group effort. It was a group effort. The camel, and then the aggressive shoving, and then the aggressive questioning. You all contributed to
Would
this.
you have rather gotten skinned?
I'm fine! If they do enough damage, I just turn back into Morgan.
And this is just kind of awkward on the table.
Yeah. All right. Golly gee.
Can I please have the first hit because I am the one initiating?
Well, no. She considers you guys.
Round.
No, she considers you guys aggressive.
They are.
I mean, at this
She's
point,
a smart lady.
No, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at something.
She's looking at a thing.
Oh, this went
All right.
pretty fast.
Yeah, it did.
So if you look in the live campaign, I linked our theme song.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Is our theme song "Dead" by My Chemical Romance?
All right. Let me look at what this is.
That is correct, though.
Benny Hill song though. Okay. All right. Gosh. So, combat with Dolilla. It is
fun.
It is 10 o'clock your guys' time. Do you guys want to switch to Morgan and then handle this at the top of next session? That way you don't have to wait on me to set it up or anything.
Oh god, what's Rain gonna do?
Yeah, Rain is down here too. I feel like we should switch to Morgan and then come back to you guys at the top of next session. That way I don't waste the last bit of the session drawing. So
That's fine.
Alright. Yeah.
Maybe we could roll new initiatives.
No, I'll keep those initiatives. She rolled a she rolled a 13 for initiative. So that will be, whatever it is, whenever it is. Morgan runs by upstairs. You hear an argument break out. You hear Karin yelling at your group. XJ monotone, retorting, and then the sound of a skirmish breaking out. Do you continue running upstairs, or do you go back and help the group? You get 60 feet
I
down
can
this
handle
hallway,
myself.
to the staircase. You are on the stairs running up. What's his area? Wait, how fast does a cat move?
Let me look that up because I don't actually know. It's probably faster than a person.
Yeah, 40 feet.
It is.
So
40 feet.
Yeah,
So
Ariat is.
I would be dashing. It'd be 80 feet.
Yeah. So you're gonna get halfway up these stairs. Ariat is, far behind you. God, he can't even catch you. What's your decision?
Fuck them, they can die. They don't need me.
I love how
we can handle ourselves.
I love how we started this session off tonight by talking like, oh, what would they do without Morgan? Exactly what they're doing without Morgan.
This is exactly what we do.
Right? No, that's the thing. Is you're all gonna die, and I just won't be present for it.
Okay.
Oh no, we can totally take her.
I'm joining the cabal.
Morgan runs upstairs. There are 3 rooms up here. Chat's personal room. There would be a additional storage room. Go ahead.
Are any of these doors open?
Actually, I'll roll a d4 -1 for, or rather, re-roll on a 4 for any of them that are open. Oh no, I guess I should do -1 because it could be 0. So
On the off chance that none of them are open.
d4 -1. 2 of them are open. The room that Delia is in is open. She is sitting behind a desk reading, and the storage room is also open. There is a vault inside of there, and it is the whole room itself is reinforced. You can see the walls of this area, or rather the framework of this area has the wood paneling goes a different direction than the floor outside. You can assume there's something underneath it, as this area has been kind of made to support that vault.
So does the storage room have like a hidden, is there like a passage then?
No. This is just an open door up here in this hallway.
I assume the vault's closed.
Yes, the vault is closed. Delia does notice you, however.
Damn it.
What do you expect?
Roll a 3.
I know, it's a 4 stealth. It's just it narrows your changes, because now it's well, one of the 2 options is going to get me, I'm noticed. And then one of the other options is probably just oh look, a room. Because the only important thing in there is a vault. And I can't break into the vault. Well, we're probably gonna have to just cut our losses and head our way back down.
Mm-hmm. Do you turn around and run down?
I assume that's really the only choice, unless there's a window that I can just fucking shoot out of.
Hop on through.
Open windows inside the healing house. They'd all have shutters because chat couldn't afford glass. And how do these people feel about the storm? I didn't set parameters before. Above
they probably
50%,
hate storms because it's water.
They'd
put
close it.
Fire.
Yeah, and it is 54%, and below 50% they keep them open. So yeah, windows are closed. You can see the shutters kind of rambling behind her in her office. The supply room that is directly over the lobby of this area has no windows in it. This hallway also has a window on it. It is, the closed shutters that are shaking, from the storm winds. You turn around and run downstairs?
Yep.
All right. She's gonna get an action before you do. You see her close her book and stand up and, start moving to her doorway. And as, she does, you turn around and jet downstairs. Running down the stairs, Ariat is climbing the stairs. If you run by him, he'll get a chance to grapple you. Rain is not far behind him, moving up the stairs of her own volition.
Well, yeah, so you want me to give you that acrobatics check?
Yes, I'll roll that for him.
Oh my god!
Alright, he rolled a 14. He does not have the same strength as, 5 on the acrobatics. Alright. He's, going
Friday night rolls. Friday night rolls.
He's going to, he's going to grab you by the, back of the neck, picking you up. And, Delia's going to step out of her office, into the hallway, looking down the staircase, and say, "What is that?" He's going to say, "Nothing, madam. A stray got in." And she's going to nod and say, "Take care of it." Rain, stepping up from... Is Rain privy to the knowledge that you're a cat? No. She's going to step up...
would she know that I can do that? Like, she might not know I am a cat, but I don't know, could she insight the idea that...
Yeah, that's what I just rolled for her. She rolled a 2 on that history check. And she's going to step up behind Ariette and say, "Delia, a moment of your time." Looking down, she's going to nod and gesture for Rain to step forward into the office. She steps upstairs, and I have to roll her another morality die. Golly gee willikers. Okay, so she's gonna step up the stairs. Delia steps into her office. Rain moves by Ariette, and her elbow hits hard into his chest, causing him to tumble down the staircase.
Poor guy.
She's
yes, we're on the same page.
She's gonna look back and say, "Sorry, it slipped. Can you make sure and go get that?" Assuming Morgan runs away.
Yeah.
I'm
continuing my...
Ariette is going to swear in several different languages, and pick up chasing after Morgan. And, I think that's where we're gonna end tonight. God, poor Ariette. He just wants to be a good cleric, boy. Alright, you know what? I will allow, before we leave, or before we end for tonight, I'll allow Morgan to make a free insight check, if he'd like, on Rain.
I tried.
An
attempt was made.
12? Yeah, you've got nothing on Rain. Is she lawful or chaotic? It's very hard to tell what her motivations are here. Regardless...
Obviously, she just likes me.
Yeah, probably so. Anyways, we're gonna end there. I'm going to hold off on experience for tonight until the end of... Well, wait, did you guys clear any story content tonight? You cleaned the building, you killed the rats.
We went to the fight, which jump-started this whole thing.
Oh, yeah, you found Mata got sent here. I will give you guys 500 experience for that. And I think that's it. 500... I'll give 500 experience for tonight, and, I think we'll end there for the session. XJ got his upgrade. Morgan did not get her grudge match. Mata is missing. You guys cleaned up the wind barrow, and we'll pick up there next week with combat between Morgan Cat versus Ariette. And
I'll witness
Everyone
candidly.
else versus one very bitchy
Yeah.
priest who's about to get it.
versus Karin. Alright, and for the people who have been watching, thank you for watching. This is the space we'll be broadcasting in from now on. So, hopefully in the future I can get some fancy stuff behind me, and we're just gonna go to an end card. Oof. Good stuff.